Hello guys, this is Tom from Outsoles.com. Today I'm going to do a comparison video of these two boots in front of me. So on my left we have White's boots, Stevens boots, and on my right we have Thursday boots, Captain boots. I have to say these two boots are almost at the end of each price spectrum, meaning like these are really cheap and these are really expensive in comparison, and I thought they would be something very interesting to compare. I'm not going to say which one's better in this case because they are clearly in a different price range and they do show different characteristics in terms of their different price. I'm just going to do a comparison and let you guys decide on what is better for you, just to show you guys how they are. Before I start, if you want to see the review of these two boots, I'll post them here and here so that you can have a look. The first boot on my left is from White Boots, and these are called Steven Dress cap toe boots. I did a speech mark on dress because they do have these without the cap toe, but on their website they also emphasized the dress as well, so I decided to put a speech mark. The second one is the Thursday boots, Captain boots. I did a video to compare these before and I did the review as well. I just wanted to see how they are compared. So the White's boots are made in Spokane, USA, and Thursday boots is based in New York, but their boots are made in Latin America. In terms of their history, White's boots have a longer history and their legacy starts from 1853, and their main production is focused on work boots, but also it ranges very heavily from 10-inch tall hand-stitched and hand-welted fire boots to Goodyear-welted work boots and onto cemented hiking and hunting boots. They also do make shoes for different markets, so if you're interested, have a look in their website. I'm not going to really talk about Thursday boots because I did talk about them in the last video and the review video as well. I know last video I made a mistake because I said that Thursday do not have shoe lines, but they do have shoe lines. They also have sneaker lines. They also produce jacket. But I wanted to say Thursday is more focused on casual side of the production rather than the formal side in my previous video. But today's comparison, White is more focused on work boot side and Thursday boots more focused on casual side of the boot making, as you can see the difference in their characteristics. And let's talk about the price ranges. White's boots price ranges a lot. Their boots sometimes cost up to $700 and they are hand stitched. But White's boots have also lower price range with Goodyear-welted shoes or cemented shoes. The White Stevens boots that I want to show you today is priced $700 online currently on White Boots website. I think this is because White Boots Stevens is included in their legacy lineup, and also these are hand stitched. And also it seems like the Stevens without the dress cap toes are $20 cheaper than this, so if you're interested, have a look in their website. On the other hand, Thursday boots, Captain boots, as you guys know, it costs around $200 online on their website. They do not really go on their annual sale, so I would say $200 fixed. And often you can get these for cheaper price because they do 25% off, if I'm correct, biannually. So if you're interested, wait for those sales. So without the sales price, let's just compare the retail price. These White's boots Stevens are 3 times more expensive more than 3 times expensive, my bad, compared to Thursday boots, because this is $700, this is $200 currently at retail price. That's just a price comparison. I'm not going to say what's worth. It's for you to decide later on. As I mentioned before, you are able to find White boots quite easily, to be honest, in different countries. I know in the UK there are some retailers carrying White's boots, and in Japan I think they do sell in Australia, and a lot of USA companies do carry White's boots. So if you're interested, you can find them very easily online with many different retailers. But for Thursday boots, as I mentioned in the previous video, they do not have any other retailers outside of the USA, unfortunately. It was very difficult to find them online, but that's their selling price. They want to cut the middlemen and, keep their price cheap. Okay, so now let's move on to the boots itself. Again, the first thing notice right away is the stitching on the upper leather. The stitching on White's boots were much denser compared to Thursday boots, and White's boots had an extra line of stitching on the vamp and on the cap toe stress area. So overall, White's boots have better stitching, but considering White's heritage of work boots, and to be fair, these boots are 3 times more expensive, so I would want a quality stitching rather than a bad stitching. So I'm very happy with the White's boot stitching, and they seem very durable. They are very durable, as I can see when I wear them. And also something that I've noticed that was vastly different is that the leather thickness is very, very different. White's boots have chunky leather. I wish I can measure this, but I'll just show you on the video because you're able to tell straight away. Which also makes sense for this price. Surprisingly though, White's boots do not require breaking in, even though the leather seems to be twice as thicker than Thursday boot. I had boots before like Red Wing that just took ages and ages to break in, but White's boots did not require any of those break-in period, even though the leather is very, very thick. White's boots upper leather is made of Horeen's English tan Chromaxol leather, and the upper leather of the Thursday boots, on the other hand, is what they call terracotta leather. And as you know, Thursday boots also do come in different types of leather. I wish I have Thursday boots in Horeen's or Chromaxol leather, just to compare how well the thickness is different if they are made with same leather. For my viewers, if you do have Thursday boots in any of the Horeen Chromaxol leather, could you please send it to me so that maybe I can use it in a future video to compare Thursday boots with other boots if they're made in the same Horeen Chromaxol leather. Just to my email, please, and that will be much helpful for me to do a better video for you guys. The difference of White's boots also comes from the instep of the boots. The instep of Thursday boots is a bit lower compared to White's boots, or maybe White's boots is higher. I believe this is because White's boots 50-50 shape last, and I personally did not feel any extra comfort from this, although the arch support in White's boots is of course phenomenal compared to Thursday, which is almost non-existent. I think this instep is a unique look for White's boots, and you are able to tell White's boots, and I do think this kind of instep is very aesthetic. Also, White's Stevens have gusseted tongue. That means the tongue itself is connected to the main body of the shoes. It makes boots more water resistant, meaning the water will not come in even if it's underwater. And also the tongue doesn't move around, and it helps to keep the vamp more fuller, therefore it gives a secure fit for the users. And Thursday boots do not have gusseted tongue, but although previously I've experienced the tongues that are loose, just moves around all the places and just like on the side. Even Vibergs that I have, some of them like have like my tongue all the way on the side. It's because the way I walk probably. But with these I did not experience that. So kudos to Thursday boots for making the tongue properly and doesn't shift around, so it gives discomfort. And if I do a side-by-side comparison, Thursday boots is obviously higher compared to White's boots in terms of their height. For the outsole, if you compare, they both use studded outsole as their main outsole. The White's one has Dynite mark on it, but the Thursday one does not, just have Thursday logo on it. But they do look very identical. And I had a chat with someone in one of the previous videos. This is not from Dynite, it's just a Dynite copy. If you guys don't know what Dynite is a brand name for an outsole that is created by Harborough in the United Kingdom. But I guess this pattern, studded outsole pattern, is not patented, or the patents run out, because I've seen a lot of companies using these pattern, even if they're not from Dynite. I know that Vibram also has a very similar pattern for the studded outsole as well, but I guess it's just not patented. The Thursday boots are Goodyear welted 360 degrees. This means that you can refurbish it once you wear them for a long period of time. And the White boots are hand stitched, so in theory these also can be resold. But one thing I'm scared of is that if I send my White's boots to a cobbler in the UK, maybe they are not familiar with this sort of construction. This is not very common in the British shoemaking. Will they be able to resole it properly? I haven't had an experience, so if someone had an experience with a cobbler in the UK to fix White's boots or anything like this, or a stitch down method, that would be great. I've heard that Yorkshire Soles, which is a cobbler in Yorkshire, they do a good job, so maybe I'll send it to them once they're worn out. But obviously, as you can see, it's not going to be needing a resole for a very long time. In terms of sizing, Thursday boots is US 11.5D and White's boots are US 11D. And I have to say that White boots feels very comfortable and fits very good. The width could be a tad bit wider. Maybe I'll go for E next time, but it does not give me any discomfort. On the other hand, for Thursday, I've mentioned this before, but these are very long. And I also have heard that the new last that they use had a lot of complaints from the users, so I haven't tried them out, but yeah, just these are like this for now. And if I have to compare the last, White's boots last is 50-50 last. And it is a fairly new last for White's boots, and is less wide compared to the traditional 55 last. As you can see, White Stevens have a more almond shaped last, and I think it's more aesthetic compared to Thursday boots. As I have mentioned, the arch support in the 50/50 last is amazing. I need arch support when I wear shoes. I say this is more comfortable for me to wear for a long period of time just because of the arch support, and the last fits really good to my feet. Internally speaking, they are both fully leather lined. They do not have removable insoles, both of them. So as a conclusion, what do you think of these two boots? Obviously speaking, this is 3 times more expensive, but do you think it's 3 times more valuable in terms of their quality or the standard? Or maybe you don't really care about the expensive boots and you want cheap boots, but as cheap boots go, these are really good quality, I would say. So maybe, you know, you're more leaning towards these. Maybe you'll have 3 of these and wear them 3 times longer, maybe, compared to these. But obviously these will last a bit longer than these. You know, all in the end, I would say it's up to you to decide. But I just wanted to create a comparison video for these two boots. So anyway, guys, this was Tom from Outsoles.com. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I'll try to answer as much as I can. And what do you think it's worth? I'll come back next time. Bye bye.